Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast update for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. For the first, give me 30 seconds of this video, I'm going to talk to my Nutrien growers, my Nutrien Ag Solutions CPAs and agronomists in the Canadian Prairie. I want to let you know that as we approach the holidays and the new year, we're going to be changing some of the ways that we deliver our forecast information to you, specifically the regional content. Instead of putting together 3 regional videos per week, focusing just on the next few days, and then covering 4 regions across the United States, I'm going to be doing a once-weekly video update for the Canadian Prairie on Mondays, looking more in depth at the next 5 days, the weather systems that will be impacting the Prairie provinces, but then also taking a look into the weeks 2 and 3 timeframe to let you know where the pattern is headed overall. That's something that's been requested of me and something that I'm anxious to be able to deliver to you. So the idea is, with me spending less time every morning producing multiple videos for multiple regions across North America, produce one really good in-depth video at the beginning of the week for you, and then what we're going to turn these regional pages into is a nowcast page where you've got weather maps for your region specific there, and then my job will be every day throughout the day to be pushing updates here on the most pressing issues as far as weather and its relationship with ag. So I'll be able to do more frequent updates even though I'm doing less video content. So my question to you, and what I want you to be thinking about, again, is as we approach this transition, at the very end of this video, I've got my email address, my social media handles. Get in touch with me. Let me know both in that video and on this Nowcast page what things are going to be important to you. If I'm only bringing a once-a-week video to you, I'm talking in depth about the next 5 days and then letting you know what's coming in weeks 2 and 3. What are some things you definitely want me to be talking about in each of those videos so that you feel like you know what's coming? Then, on these Nowcast pages, let me know what it is that's most important to you every day. When you wake up in the morning and you want to just take a quick glance at the Canadian Prairie regional sector, what do you want to see from meteorologist Andrew Pritchard first thing in the morning? So just be thinking about that as we make this transition. I'll be sure to mention that here as we go forward through the next few videos as well. Thank you for humoring me there. We'll start with the temperatures across the prairie right now. A big variation here as we deal with a lot of cold air off to our north. We felt a little lobe of that come in. It was kind of this chunk here that swung around through the prairie and is now making its way off into eastern portions of Canada as we head through the middle part of the week. We're going to continue to see most of the coldest air across North America circulating off to our north. South of that, we'll have an active storm track coming in across the prairie. So a lot of opportunities for at least minor accumulating snow every 1 to 2 days across much of the prairie as we head through the next 7 to 10 days. But temperatures right now, minus 15 in Peace River, 1 in Calgary, 0 as you get down to Medicine Hat, minus 20 in Saskatoon, minus 9 in Regina, and then minus 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba on this Wednesday morning. We're looking at infrared satellite picture. I'm sorry, the water vapor loop, not infrared satellite, because I wanted to point out the multiple storm systems across the region. We've got one that recently matured and is now decaying, a beautiful spiral across the North Atlantic. This is an approaching storm system that's going to be bringing blizzard-like conditions to portions of New England, the New York City area, Boston, some densely populated regions of the Northeast. And then here is our active pattern across the North Pacific. Wave after wave making its way in, bringing opportunities for at least minor accumulating snow. Over the next few days, it's really going to be hugging this corridor here from Grand Prairie southeastward down toward the Winnipeg area, as we talk about kind of the Medicine Hat area into southwestern and southern Saskatchewan. A little bit drier here over the next 5 to 7 days. Here's the high-resolution NAM model. This will take us over the next 3.5 days. We'll go ahead and bring this back. Going through a mostly quiet day today. We'll see another couple of systems make their way quickly across the region, though, as we get into Thursday and Friday. So starting on Thursday, right midday, a chance for some snow in the Edmonton area, pushing into Saskatoon, and then maybe down into the Brandon and Winnipeg areas as we get into Thursday night. So that's kind of a midday Thursday into Thursday night passage of that storm system, and then a very similar path taken by one that comes in here Friday into Saturday morning. A chance, again, really through this corridor for a quick light coating of some snow. Again, Thursday into Thursday night, and then Friday night into Saturday. Total accumulation from those two storm systems, again, much of the heavier accumulating snow north of Highway 16, 5 to 15 centimeters of snow possible in that area. Along Highway 16, we're talking about a trace to 5 centimeters. And then again, here's our mostly dry area. Again, Calgary, Medicine Hat, over toward Regina. That's where we're talking about opportunities for flurries, but likely not much in the way of accumulating snow as we head through the rest of the work week. We're looking now at 500 millibars, the vorticity plot. This helps us get an understanding of the pattern here. You again can see the circulation off to our north where much of the coldest air is tucked away. You can also see the active storm track then coming in along and south of that. The other thing I want to draw your attention to here is, again, while much of the cold air is kind of kept up there to our north, we do get this push around December 22nd or so. Watch this one come rotating around the backside here and then drive this trough straight into the Great Lakes. This could allow some of that cold air to once again sneak in from the Arctic. So we'll have to watch that, a chance for some cold air to be pushed down here at times. And also with that active pattern, the other thing we get is a bit of a roller coaster ride with our temperatures. So while things are going to hold on to a relatively mild pattern here across the ag belt section of the Prairie provinces, we're going to have shots of cold air at times come swinging down in here. So periods of mild weather overall, averaging mild overall, but then shots of some colder air. And we'll talk about what those shots of cold air do to our 10-day temperature forecast at the end of the video. Here's a look at the precipitation forecast, though. Again, I'm going to hit play. You can really just see the parade of systems making their way from west to east across the region. There's going to be a low confidence in the specific impacts from some of these systems, especially as we get into next week. But again, the pattern, just kind of absorb it as a whole. I kind of blur your eyes and look at it, understand that we're going to be mild-ish for December standards, but still relatively active. So temperature variations here day to day could be high. And then we've also got the opportunity for at least light snow flurries almost every day as we head through the next 7 to 10 days. So here's a look then. We'll go through time with this one, taking it into Thursday. Remember, midday Thursday into Thursday night, we get a chance for some light accumulating snow right through this corridor. Get the same thing here Friday night into Saturday morning. I apologize, we're got a dog barking now in the background. Such is life in 2020. I'm going to take the drawing off, though, and as we head through Sunday, then getting into Monday, this is where I think we might see that little shot of cold air. This storm system that's being advertised right around December 22nd and 23rd, very low confidence in where this thing's going to be, but it does look like it wants to drop a corridor of snow somewhere either over the Canadian Prairie or over the upper Midwest of the United States. Very low confidence in that. Let's watch it again on Friday and then once again on Monday morning. As we look at the next 15 days, though, or I'm sorry, the next 10 days, our precipitation anomaly forecast, again, with the active pattern along and south of that trough off to our north, the Canadian Prairie is going to continue to be about the most active region across North America over the next 7 to 10 days. Here's a look at what that looks like in terms of our 10-day snowfall forecast. And again, this is just verbatim from the European operational model, which is not going to get exactly right. And again, much of this is that Monday, Tuesday of next week's storm system that, again, we've got low confidence on where exactly that's going to be and how much we get. But there are opportunities for snow across the Prairie over the next 5 to 10 days. That is the message. And then we can look at the ensemble picture here. The probability of picking up 3 inches or more, 7.5 centimeters or more of snow. Again, the opportunity is there for snow fairly frequently, but low confidence in where some of these heavier swaths are going to exist, if they're going to exist. At this point right now, the most confidence I have is to let you know that there's probably going to be opportunities for at least snow flurries and snow showers across the region just about every day over the next 7 to 10 days. So here's a look at your 10-day temperature trend. Again, Calgary, a high of 4 today, down to 2 Thursday and Friday, all the way up to 7 on Sunday. But then we get that shot of cold air that I'm kind of watching here early next week. Medicine Hat, very similar look. Saskatoon, you're going to be riding that temperature roller coaster. Look at this, -9, -1, -13, back up to 0. And then here is the potential bigger shot of cold air that comes in early next week. Regina. And then here is Winnipeg as we wrap this video up. You too are looking at that advertised cold push as we head into next week. So again, here's my contact info. Again, if you could, if you're one of my Nutrien Ag Solutions customers, growers, CPAs, agronomists up in the Prairie provinces, let me know what it is you want to make sure I'm covering in a once weekly video, whether it's for the next 5 days or the week 2 and 3 time frame, and then what you would like to be able to pull up on a Canadian Prairie regional nowcasting page. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again on Friday morning.